all that. Thanks, Grandpa. Yeah. You know, it's funny, like, for work, I talk in front of a lot of people. I mean, we all do it. But it's always something like this that I really don't even know how to start. And I've had friends and I've been communicating with people. And they're like, write something down so you don't forget about something. No. So, it's funny. When I think about it, and Willie said it best, you know, this time on earth, we know that we will die. There's a lyric in a song, don't know who sings it, sorry, but it says, you know, everybody does die, but not everybody lives. Grandma definitely lived. Oh, did she live? I know for a fact she did. She was a woman of a lot of hats. Literally. Literally, Jesus. You already know that.
Boxes of hats.
Boxes of hats. Yeah, I mean, and hats that nobody should even wear, but she wore them. Hey, she rocked them though. She rocked them. Every one of them. Sometimes two of them. I mean, you can see. I don't know where she got this Russian hat, but that Russian hat looked good that night. But yeah, that Russian hat. But you know, she did wear a lot of hats. Like my Uncle Greg just said, you know, she was a daughter, she was a mother, a cousin, a wife, a friend, a grandmother. To me, she was that badass superstar, rock star. She was a superhero. Not just mentally, but physically too. Some of the things that she can do, I still don't know. I mean, it was, growing up, she was always that strong woman. She can lift up anything. We moved a lot growing up. And actually, this just happened. I mean, she was always me, my brother, and her were moving everything. Mom and Victoria would be boxing up, and we're moving out the big couches and refrigerators and trying to go downstairs. I'm like, what are you doing? I remember we moved, and this was about 5 years ago. And it's actually kind of funny. I'm carrying out one of the big mattresses, not the spring box where it's kind of easier, the flimsy one. And she's trying to walk backwards with it, and I'm trying to walk up these stairs. I'm like, come on, man, hurry up. Because I never realized that she was getting older. She didn't have that physical ability, but that superhero that she always had just always stuck with me. She was a great cook. Oh, I loved it. Dinner, but definitely breakfast. Waking up in the morning after a very long night of work. But waking up in the morning and the smell of French toast, I can always remember that. And I mean, when you say French toast, it was, what are you doing right now? You're going to give me diabetes in 10 minutes with a pound of powdered sugar on top. But she loved that. She loved taking care of everybody else. She was a jack of all trades. Certain things that she can do, you wouldn't think that a grandmother would do. I mean, I remember my first truck, 1987 Bronco 2, baby blue. It was amazing. And I wanted it to be loud. Back, you know, what was it? I was 17, 18. So 10, 11 years ago, everybody had those little crotch rocket cars, or little Honda Civic hatchbacks. Because Fast and Furious 1 just came out. Now they're on, what, 18? But everybody had the little Fast and Furious cars. Not me, though. I had a nice truck. I put a Flowmaster on it, and it was the loudest thing on the block. And then we put a sound system in it. No, it wasn't one of those little radios. No, my grandmother got DJ speakers. Big-ass DJ speakers. And hot wired it to my car with amps on the side. She even found like a home theater system for your TV. No, we bolted them to the ceilings. Their home theater system that we bolted to the ceilings, and there's wires going everywhere. We had 3 different amps in my car. The car cost $600. My system cost $600. It was awesome. But she did all that. You know, she had all these different projects that she was doing. All these amazing things, all these different little knickknacks that you can find at her house. It was like a museum. We found some plain
Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah, it's an Antiques Roadshow. Just have it there. It would have been great. It's actually funny, like, I mean, I was trying to think of a good story to say. And it actually was this morning when I got a text from a high school. Actually, I knew him in junior high. His name is George. I haven't talked to him in 7 years. And he sent me a text this morning, or message. And he just, hey, I wanted to say sorry about your grandmother. I don't think any of you guys even know this story. It was back in junior high. It was Dexter Middle School. Brother, sister went there. You'll probably remember this lady. But back in the day, I was 12 years old. And we had this teacher named Miss Moreno. Oh man, you're already laughing. She's probably this big and this big around. A little meatball. And the meanest lady you'll ever meet in your entire life. She had calves the size of, oh my God. I still, as you can tell, I'm still bitter about the situation. It's 20 years ago. But I remember one of the rules at the school, you had to have your t-shirt tucked in, no matter what, every single time. You always had to have your shirt tucked in, and that was like the rule. Don't be walking class, tuck your shirt in. Okay, leave me alone. It was after school. I'm waiting to get picked up. And now at the school, they got the main road. Then it's like a big, not a parking lot, but like big cement area, and then stairs that go up to the school. I'm sitting on the stairs. I see my grandmother pull up. She pulls up, and I'm with all my friends. I see my grandmother. I untuck my t-shirt. I start walking to the car. She's outside, blows a whistle at me. Damn, tuck in your shirt. Like, hey, I'm leaving. Tuck in your shirt. Starts yelling at me. My grandmother drove right up to the stairs, got out of the car. Don't you yell at my grandson ever again. You do that, we're going to have a problem. Oh, I got an extra step. Oh, I loved it. She never said one more word. Never one more word. Jumped in the car. People were clapping. Yeah! Next day, people would talk about it. And like I said, my friend George brought up that story. And I forgot about it. And he's like, I will always remember that about your grandmother. And I'm like, thank you. That was perfect. Yeah, just, like I said, a woman of all trades. She lived an amazing life. Ups, downs, all around. It was an experience. She lived it, you know, and I'm a big sports guy. And the ESPYs were just on. And with Jimmy B, and he was suffering for cancer, and on one of his famous speeches, he said, although this might take my body, it will never take my heart, never take my mind or my spirit. It never took her mind, never took her spirit, and I'm going to miss her for that. And the heart of a sister, a daughter, a mother, cousin, friend, grandmother, that heart of that badass superhero lives in all of us too. Thanks.